All right. I am so excited. Oh my God. Thank you so much for just being here for another week of Women Empowerment Coffee Break. This is episode 3, and we have Tequila Cobbs. She is just beautiful. Her spirit is so loving. I'm so glad that she um, accepted the invitation to even be here to share her story. She has a very beautiful story to tell. I'm going to let her get to that. But I just want to let you guys know before we get into it, if Women's Empowerment Coffee Break has blessed your spirit, I want you to share because I believe that this story is going to empower somebody. This story is going to give somebody hope. This story is not going to allow them to give up and throw in the towel. So I just want you to take the moment to hit the share button. Also, you can tag people in the comments so that they can get to this live. And if they may not see the comment immediately, they can watch the replay and still be blessed what God is about to do. I also want to show you a little cup that I have coffee break because we're gonna sip our coffee. We're gonna have a good chat, and we are going to just have a wonderful time with empowering and uplifting one another. I've been waiting for this interview all week long. I have been waiting. I know my spirit is so pumped. If y'all not excited, I want y'all to get excited about what God is going to do in this interview. So before we proceed any further, I would like to introduce you to Tequila Cobbs. She is the CEO of Love Unlimited Edition, and her motto is I once was broken, but now I'm healed. I am a loving wife whom I enjoy quality time with. I hold a lot of titles, and the one I love the most is being the child slash woman of God. I stand firm on I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. If it lines up with his will, then I know he will give me the strength, power, and knowledge to do it. Let me introduce to you none other than Tequila Cobbs. You have the floor, Tequila.
Hello, 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 everyone.
So we want to just hear your story. We want you to just pour into us. We want you to just give us what God has for you. So I just let you have full reign, full control over just giving us your story. Why did you pick the topic love is?
Well, the reason I picked the topic love is first, it stood out to my business, which is called Love Unlimited Edition. God have truly blessed me, even with giving me the strength to be able to love again, and it just feels so amazing to be able to love again. I will share. mm, Not too much of a personal testimony, but I will go down the line from if you ever just been hurt from childhood and growing up, not knowing how to love, not knowing what love is, not know how to give love, it will make you feel like you're just all over the place, like like you're chaos. But I was able to go grow closer to God and just to figure out like, God, this love feels good. It comes from you. And he gave it to me. And I will share that. He gave it to me when I was in the shower and I was just like, love. I was like, okay, Lord, I'll redo it. um, and the meaning of it is I once was broken, but now I'm healed. So I do have a story behind it. I'm not gonna spill all the beans on it because I do have a book that I am putting together. So, but I can say love, love, love. You have to experience it from God first. You cannot experience it from nobody else. Um, Even with the personal testimony, I can say where I stand now, I don't have to look for love in the wrong places. Like love is there. Love has always been there. Just to tap into God love is so amazing. Like his love never leave us. You know, don't want to get too emotional, but this is a strong topic. It is a good topic, and it's just something everyone needs. Love. As you guys can see, I have like the little um I call them bandage on my heart because I once was broken. I was looking for the love in so many places. I was trying to search for love, and it would never work out. I couldn't understand why. Didn't understand why. And even when I had my first son, I was just like, I really thought I found love. But it wasn't the love that I thought that would fulfill all the other love that I was searching for. Like I love my son, so don't get me wrong. But it's just like, how you just have that missing puzzle that needs to be filled.
Right.
And I was just like, if something is still missing. So I would search, I would search, I would search, but that wasn't it. To know that I had to restore God love and to know what love actually mean. Even to love myself. I wasn't at the point of loving myself.
Right.
Um, Even getting picked on, when I was little, I got picked on a lot and it made me feel so down or people not how can I say, encouraging or speaking positive over me or whatever. It just made me not feel loved. Like there's no way I will always ask myself, there's no way I'm here to feel like this or to go through this or to know like any of this. Like, no, there is no way. But to God be the glory. I'm here today. I still stand, and God knew He had a purpose for my life. Even with love, even relationships, like my God,
Mm.
past marriage, like people always say, you think you get married and think that's love. That's truly not love, because if God didn't send them, then you really search yourself. So you can be hurt in so many different ways, even from family and friends or people you thought you wouldn't be hurt by. Because I've been hurt by all categories.
Right.
And let's just say I stand here today just to know that it's there's nobody love that can top anything but God's love. I mean, that's the only thing I could lean on right now. Like, it's because of God love that I still stand here today. And I know that He's going to take me places that I thought I probably wouldn't even imagine doing. But I always had a heart to reach out to young girls or women to even speak about love, because there are still some brokenhearted people out there that's still looking for love or searching for love, and to know that we don't have to search for love. Like, Jesus died on the cross for us, for our love, because he loved us unconditionally. So we shouldn't have to search for love. The love is already there. We just have to tap into it. Um, so my testimony is from hmm, from I would say I could remember as a child up until 2020 21, 21, I want to say 21, 22. Um, that's when I found myself, I found love. And I know a lot of people like, wow, it took her that long. Yes. Some people it still may take longer. And I'm not just saying it because of my husband, but because I tapped into God love, and it led me out to how to love on myself. When you love yourself, you'll be able to know how to reach everybody else. You'll be able to know how to pour the love onto everybody else.
So in your bio, I love that you wrote that that you was broken, but you were healed. Tell me about a little bit about the brokenness that you experienced, and how did you get towards healing? What did you do? Like, what are the steps? Because some people are maybe are in a space like that, or really trying to search for love, or they really don't understand it, or they really just out there and they just don't know what next step to take. So, what do you tell them about a little bit about that broken place, and how did you navigate towards full healing?
Um, I have a lot of different categories on those steps. But to step one, I could just say I cried out to God. I asked so many questions on why this, or why they always say you don't supposed to question God. But when you think you have that right person, or you think that that close person to you don't supposed to break your heart, you always want to know why. I do want to actually, and then I had a spiritual sister, so I'll give my sister a shout out, Alicia. But she actually helped me. And the way I say help me, she prayed for me, because anytime I would say pray for me, I would be at a place to where I couldn't do nothing but cry. If I didn't have no words, I could do some. That's the only thing I could do was cry. And the thing is, she would just say, "Okay." Sometimes, I would tell her. Sometimes she would ask, but majority of the time, she wouldn't even ask, like, "What is it?" Because the only thing I would need is prayer. So that was the next step. Then the step after that, I just decided to get up, like love on myself. Don't wait for nobody else to love you the way you want to be loved. And I kept that mindset. I kept that mindset. Um, then I'm gonna do it. I'll take myself out to eat, or get up, put on some clothes. I would tell myself, get up and put on some clothes. You don't have to look like this, or you don't have to dress like this, you know. So that's another step. And I kept those two things going, praying and just taking myself out, living on myself, getting, having taken myself on a spa, or getting my nails and toes done, or taking myself on a shopping spree. Those were some things like I wasn't consistently doing. And I always wanted, I'm just like, my God, this is not how I'm supposed to be treated. So every day I made sure, if I wasn't working or if I wasn't at school, that I was doing those things. Um, and it felt good, because not only that, it kept a smile on my face. Um, it kept a smile on my face. It kept me going. And I stayed praying. Like, no matter what people will always say, like they could see the change in me, like, oh, it's something different about you today. Because I kept those things going. So I would say to the people, if you are at a place now that you are heartbroken, figure out what it is. Who broke you, and what are the steps that you can take? Because some people can be hurt from a family member.
Yeah.
And that's different from a relationship, because now what can what can you do? Those are some questions too. I even was in those shoes as well, and I kept going. I will always tell myself that I'm not going to be what they said I'm going to be. I'm not going to be how they want me to be. That would not be my story. Like, and I just kept speaking positive over myself, and I kept showing them that's not me. So everybody's story may be different, and words cut people.
Yeah.
So even if you're hurt by what somebody say, get into a place even with God and just ask God to help you to forgive that person, because those are just words, and stay in tune with him, because that's the only way I got healed. I had to stay in God's face. I had to continue to hear a word. I had to continue to hear something positive, because the negative was so heavy on me to where I was pulling myself down. I wasn't no good for no one. So though, even if I would say for family, figure out what it is, what they said that may have hurt you, because it may have been words, or even if they done something to you, give it to God. We have to learn how to give it to God, because that's how I got healed. And I had to keep asking for forget God, help me to forgive them. Help me to forgive them. Even in relationship, don't expect that person to do nothing for you. Go do it for yourself. Don't ask them, just show them that you don't have to do it. Even in relationships, you have men that's going to be like, oh, well, somebody else must be doing it. But, the whole time you're doing it. It don't have to be nobody else. But in their mind, they know I'm not doing it, so somebody else is. So go do it for yourself and be happy about it. I cannot even imagine how many times I done took myself on lunch dates or dinner dates or breakfast date. I treated myself, and I got out of that place to where I didn't want to just sit there. I didn't want to cry. I didn't want to just be in the dark no more. I wanted to come out of that, because I felt like that was something different. That like there is more than this to me just sitting here with my mind wandering. So whoever, whatever the steps may be, no, there are steps to being healed. You can be healed. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're a man or woman. You can be healed, especially from past childhood trauma. You can be healed, no matter who done it. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, uncle. It don't matter, because you don't have to be like them. For one, you don't have to be like mama, daddy, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, grandma. You don't have to be like them. So it's a change in the mind. If you want to be healed, you have to change your mind frame. You have to change your mindset to where I don't want to be like that. Like, I know we always say blood thicker than water, but God blood is thicker than anything. So, if you just put it to the side and set your mind frame to like, okay, this is what they said about me, but I'm going to show them what God want out of me. So it can be a difference. I don't care if you're in a relationship. Even, sometimes, a person and their significant other can be arguing or whatever, and those words might cut. You don't have to, and you may cut some words back, but you don't have to stay in that place. And I think that's the point I'm trying to get. You don't have to stay in that place of hurt, because it don't feel good. It will weigh so heavy on you to where you're gonna look like, are you coming out anytime soon? Do you want to be healed? Even me, even with grieving, um, I healed. I healed. It was, and a lot of people were just like, I don't see how you do it. My brother passed, but I healed. Do I still cry? Yeah. Do I still hurt? Like, not hurt, but like, oh, I had my moments. I wish my brother would heal, but I don't sit in that place. I had to. I'm glad I was at a point to where I was growing and knowing God, because I had to sit there. It was like I didn't want to talk to anybody else. I wanted to just sometimes yell or scream. So people can be heartbroken from that as well. But I feel like when you sit there, and if you want to scream, if you want to cry, if you want to just talk to God, that He will soften your heart. He will activate that peace in you, give you that peace of mind. Even when it's their birthdays or anything that may come around that may have that memory, we still have to have that mindset to know that, okay, they're gone. I have to get to that place one day, but I don't want to dwell in this place of just being hurt and crying. that I push everybody away because I wanted to do that, but I knew I had to keep going. I had to keep going.
So I, I would like for you to reflect on ways that love has shaped your identity, love has shaped your relationships, and how has love shaped your perspective?
Um, Love, I would say it caused me to turn around. It caused me to shift. Not saying that I'm still shifting because I still want to be able, I'm still listening out to what God wants me to do. But even in my marriage, love have shifted. It's like my communication have been peace. It's not it haven't been like hey yeah 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 yeah, yeah. But it's just been peace. So it shifted in that. It have shifted to the point where um my how can I say the love that lies within me, it shines so bright to where when other people see me, or even in my perspective, like no matter what I do or no matter what I make, that they'll still feel that love from me. Um, Even in my kids, it have turned because I'm not bitter no more. And I don't carry that bitterness. So love, it shifted to where this is where I not necessarily, well, yes, I have to operate here. This is the place where I want to be because love bring peace. Um it bring peace. It, even from my perspective, I would say it bring peace in my mind. It really does. Um and my identity, woo, my Lord, it definitely had changed. I can say that because people always say, "Oh, you skinny," and I know they still say it to this day. But I was just showing someone on Tuesday. I was just like, "My Lord!" Like I was, people was telling me I was little, but and it was so funny because the lady said, "No, you were malnutrition." I was like, "Lord." And I was just like, well, Lord, thank you for the gains in every area because I don't look malnutrition no more. That really, 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 that it helps. It even helps. And I know that no matter what I do, that I'll be able to reach somebody else. Not like even if I make a shirt or a cup, it's just something. Even if I walk in the store, I do believe that I can turn someone day around with God's glory and love on the inside of me.
I love how you said, love, you just want peace. And
Mm-hmm.
even in your marriage, your peace and the love it's like it even creates this atmosphere that you want to communicate in such a way that's going to add to the peace. And I think that's very beautiful. I think that sometimes we want to see things our way and we're not thinking about anybody else. We're thinking about our needs. But the fact that you're seeking peace first, you're putting what Tequila wants to the side, but you say, the way I'm going to communicate love is going to be peaceful. And that's so beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so I really just want us to kind of like really just go deep into just the dynamics of just like love, how we express it. I also want to talk about other dynamics of like self-love, love for others, and love with God. So could you like expound on your experiences with those expressions of love?
Okay. Um, Self-love for women. I'm gonna speak on that. We feel like we don't, I'm just gonna be honest. If our hair not done, we just gonna feel like, yeah, I'm not even loved.
Right?
So self-love, if you're gonna start out with anything, do something. It don't have to be nothing like this. I just did this like to my house, like only took me 10 minutes. Just do something
Right.
for yourself. That will I do not know what it is about women and hair, but it changed a whole vibe to where you can't tell me nothing if I got my hair done.
Right.
So if you don't do nothing else, take a day, get your hair done, treat yourself. I even love for others. I love everybody can tell you I love everybody. If I don't like you, yeah, y'all, I don't even, yeah, I don't know what you may have done to me.
Right.
But love for others it's genuine.
Mm.
That you actually, even if you don't see that person and you talk to that person over the phone, you can tell by the love you can tell the love in their voice. You know, you'll be able to shift someone from that. Me, I'm gonna tell you, God is truly, truly working on me because I would give the shirt off my back for anybody. I would put myself to the side. I would put my wants and needs to the side, and I would just go do for everybody. But that's just the love I have. Like, I don't like to see people, oh, I gotta, worry about things or be concerned about things or stress for things. My love, like, and I love doing stuff out of love, even, but God is working on me. Woo. Yeah. I'm not even gonna tell you no story. You're working on me. So we're like, hold a minute now. But that also can cause love. Like, I remember I used to get up and jump for other people all the time. And I would wear myself down doing it, but I would just do it out of love, like, oh well, I wasn't, doing anything, so I didn't mind. Or sometimes I don't even ask for nothing. I'm just like, oh, okay, you good, it's fine. But that right there shows you can, even when you're helping somebody else, you can tell that there's true love. Like, yes. And in divine love, that goes deep.
Yeah.
Divine love goes deep because I think of divine love as unity. Yeah. That's exactly how I think of divine love. Like, you could say you love somebody and not mean it, but when you really and truly mean that you love somebody, like, no matter what, you call on me, I am there. Like, sisters, maybe, or like my husband and I, like, we have divine love. Like, our unity is there, like, no, I'm telling you, till this day, people are still saying, oh, I just love y'all, and y'all just, and I'm just like, to me, we just like any other couple. But everybody say this. So divine love, if you want to dig deep into divine love, you have to start out with self-love.
Yeah.
And you, like, those actually goes in those self-love. God love first, self-love, and then you'll know how to be able to love for others. Then you can dig deep into divine love, that it goes. I feel like I'm just about to get teared up when I say divine.
Go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Like, because it's so strong. Like, divine love, I just give a description because I know it's steps to love. But divine love is amazing. It's joy, it's fulfilling, it's passion. There's no comparison in divine love. Like, my Lord, I'm sitting up here like, God, I don't even want to go too far because I want to get the people to your love first.
Right.
But there is steps, and as you go into the steps, I feel like everyone would know deep into divine love, and there's no disconnection in divine love either, because it's deep, and you know that it's always there.
Yeah.
Like, nobody can come take it from you. um my Lord, is y'all, it is good. I can't even explain. It is just so good.
It's good to see, you know, you be able to be define love again and to just have it so pure and so I don't know how to describe it, but it's just you wouldn't have it no other way. It's like you know that it was sent from God and God himself, you know? And it's
Mhm.
just beautiful that when you really get a chance to experience it, you're like, all you can say is like, thank you, God. I thank you. I thank you for even thinking of me so much that you will send somebody that gets me. You'll send somebody that's very compatible with me. You'll send somebody that is um, a partner that's not just going to be there, but to help me be a better version of myself.
Mhm.
And that's beautiful. And I could just see that all over you. It's like just beautiful. Just I could see it in your smile. I could see it in your body language that the joy and the love that you are experiencing and the wholeness that you have experienced through that healing process from those wounds. So I think that that's very beautiful for you to even be vulnerable and to even share some dynamics of what you had to go through so that you could be able to be where you are today.
Mhm.
And I want to like how like I know you talked about how you healed from your wounds, but like I want to know like how did you like build bridges that were divided, you know, and how did you inspire positive change?
Mm,
So like
Bridget.
if you yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, 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 you good.
So
Um, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I'm just saying. So, like, say for instance, there has been a bridge that has been torn down. Like, how do you build that back up through love? Like, how do you a bridge that has been torn down from a loved one that you had a deep connection with? Like, how do you reattach that and rebuild that bridge?
Um, yeah, that with that one, oh, I would say, even when the bridge is divided, it's tore down, I didn't build my bridge back up with that person to where it's back to that level now. Like the bridge, as we're talking, I can just I would just say, like, even with speaking to someone, like you're building that bridge back up. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, they don't tow that bridge up with me. So, but building it back up, just know you're not gonna be at that place. And I have did this with a lot of people. They're not at the place they once were with me. Like, I would, and to be honest, they wouldn't even know, because I don't show it. You know, so I wouldn't say that it would be divided, but to know that I built the bridge to where, hey, I speak to you, I give you advice if you need it, but we're no longer at that level that we were. Um, so if anybody need advice on bridges that have been divided, don't and I think I even taught about this even in Bible study. You don't have to be so separated from them. You don't have to be, but to know that you can still build a bridge. Speak to them. Speak to them. Hey, how you doing? You know, it don't have to be back at that same level. So I think that's where we all need to come to a place to see who all we have tore bridges down to, because you never know, that person may need you. That hey, how you doing will just lighten up their day, no matter what they have done or what they done to you or how they said it to you. Just know, don't keep the bridge divided. And I think that's what I not think, but I know that's what I have in my mind. That I could just all I'm thinking about is like something called Lego blocks. Like as you building it back up piece by piece, but it's not going to be on the level that you're at. You're just building it just so it can be there. Like you have made peace with it, basically. I done gave it to God. Don't shove it up on the rug. Put it up on the rug. That means it's still there. You still have access to it, and you can do what you want with it. But when the bridge is divided, go back to that bridge, build it, but keep it at a standard to where this is only what I can give you. I cannot give you nothing more, nothing less. Like you won't have full access to me no more. You will only get, hey, how you doing? If God lead me to pray for you, I'll do it. If God, lead me to whatever he wants me to do, I'll do it. But it won't be what it used to be.
Thank you for those words of encouragement and wisdom. So we're going to move towards questions. And as I'm going through the comments and looking through the questions, I would like for you to add to the questions. We have quite a few, and I'm going to read. But as I'm reading these questions, just feel free to write either questions or comments of like, how did you navigate through love? How do you feel like what helped you get through those hard times where you felt like that love was not in the question for you, or how did you find love again? So the first question I have is, how does God's unconditional love for you redefine your worth?
Um, it refined my worth to knowing that I have full access to him, because it's unconditional. His God love is unconditional. There's no limit to God love. And to know that, to know that, okay, God, I need you to pour your love here. And to know that I was poured, I was redefined, I was refilled, I was renewed, I was re-strengthening with his love, to know that it's unlimited. It's unconditional. Like when you think of unlimited, like you have full access. There's no limit. Like there is no limit whatsoever. And to know that it's there. It's there. So there's no way I can go back and say, I could sit in this brokenness again, knowing that I have unlimited access to God's love.
Amen. So the next question is, how do you go about expressing love when your words fall short?
Good question. So when I have nothing else, how can I say this? When my words fall short, it doesn't redefine my love, if that makes sense. I think I have built my love to a high standard to where I'm I just I have in my mind I cannot go back to that place. So even if someone come with some cut words, like, okay, all right. And sometimes it have happened recently, and all I could do was cry. And I'm like, God, this is all I have. This is the place I'm at. And when I sat there and I cried and I cried and I cried, I was like, I don't want to feel like this no more. Because when you sit in God prison, you have to make a decision. Is you going to dwell there? Not, are you going to dwell there, or do you want to come out? Like those words hurt, but this is not where I want to be.
So like for someone who may not know how to express their love, and they may not be able to, they know they love a person, but they may not know how to express it. Like, how do you give them a tip or give them some form of encouragement of expressing love when they really don't know how to communicate it?
Um, I would say show it. If you don't know how to show it, think of something out of the box. Not to put my husband on blast, but like he's a texter. So I mean, I had to accept the fact that he's gonna text. So you have to accept that type of communication. Even if I would say don't get a lot of friends. Don't get a lot of buddies, because people can lead you in the wrong direction. Even if like I'm putting myself back at square one, and I will always show love. I would do something simple. And if you're talking about relationship perspective, for women, cook them a nice meal, sit down at the table, whether they communicate, or not. The communicating is you guys sitting at the table eating. And like I said earlier, communication brings peace. So
Right.
if you keep in the routine of, even if y'all riding in the car, at least you want to ride in the car, like this communication of like, okay, I'll come. Some people show their communication through body language,
Yeah.
instead of speaking. So you have to accept that and allow it to grow. Even if like if one person a big communicator and the next person is not, and if somebody don't say okay, but they coming along with you have to accept that as okay. Yes. So if I was back at square one, I would have to, you definitely have to learn that person, instead of saying, oh, but this is not how I am, or I need somebody don't be like that, because a lot of people don't know how to communicate. A lot of people don't know how to express themselves. Either they feel like they're going to be judged by it, or whatever. So you just have to accept the body language communication.
Good response. I love that. I love that. So I have two questions that I want to combine into one. So the first part of the question is, what's your advice for someone struggling with love? And where are there specific scriptures that anchored you during your healing process?
If you're struggling with love, like I said earlier, don't search for it. Consult with God. I don't care how long it take you. Consult with Him. And for the scripture, I didn't have a specific scripture that I will always go and refer to. When I was going through my healing process, I just had in my mind that I want to get closer with God. So I don't have it. I do have a list of scriptures that I'm going to be talking about maybe soon. Not sure. But if you want to find love, you have to first let go of what's holding you back from love, because you're not going to be able to see or hear clearly of what love really is if someone is there blocking your way.
Okay. So this is a really good one. Explain how love is not just a feeling, but also a commitment.
Okay. These are some really good questions. So, I would say, you know how you say I do to your husband or wife, you say I do. That is your commitment that no matter what, I'm going to show love. Um, like I said, I'm put myself back at square one because I know I could talk where I'm at now. But if I put myself back at square one, I was very committed to love because it was always on my mind to show that person love. And it wasn't just a feeling, it was I was being submissive to love, basically. So being committed and instead of in your feelings, show it. Show simple things. I don't even if it's a single rose or cleaning the house, or you could be committed to that. Like love can go so many ways. But it never can, I'm not gonna say never, but some people always say, oh, love, this is not just love. We be seeking love from everywhere. But stay committed, stay on the road of doing what's right, and you will always experience love.
Okay. So another question. Loving someone who doesn't love you back. How do you deal with that?
Oh, you let that go. But let it go. Like it, and you wouldn't know it because it took me a very, very, very long time. And um, even like from past relationships and things of that. But I would love, love, love. And a person never loving me back. And you can tell when a person don't love you. You definitely can tell. You can see it and you can feel it. And boy, it's not a good place to stay. So just let it go. Like, and if it's that hard, ask God to help you to let it go. Because that's not a good place mentally. Um, it's definitely not a good place spiritually, but let it go because it's hindering you in so many areas to know that that person is not loving you back. I was in something like that for 7 years, maybe. Yep. And I just can't, we always have hope. Women have hope. Men don't really have hope, but women, we actually have hope. But to know that the love wasn't there, let it go.
That is good. That is good. So, um, we are. I'm reading some of the comments, and I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna start like reading some responses people are offering up as suggestions. So, it says, "What are the most common misconceptions about love that can affect a marriage?" And this person said that this question is they want both of us to answer this. So I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay. So what was it? What is the
Okay, so what are the most common misconceptions about love that can affect the marriage?
um trust? I mean, it's there's so many, like I said, love is tied to so many things, but trust, being faithful, communication, believe it or not, trust and communication, you cannot entwine your love in those things if you don't have it, if your significant other don't have it. I feel like, hey, go back to the drawing board, see what a ball drop, and reconsider that love. Like, what made you get married at first? What made you propose? Let's go back to the table. And it's okay. It's okay, but it have to happen because if not, as you keep going, the cord is going to keep breaking. There's not going to be love. The love is going to be faded out. The trust is going to be faded out. There's not going to be nothing. Let's go back to the drawing board.
I think for me, I think about love as, you have to keep maintaining it like a car. Like you can't just keep driving it, not never changing the oil, not never servicing it and think it's gonna ride forever. And so sometimes I feel like people think love is like that in marriage where we got married, So we don't have to do no work. We don't have to keep working at it. We don't have to maintain it. And I feel like in a marriage, both parties have to work at it. Both parties have to be willing, and both parties have to find ways to keep that love flaming and burning. And if you continue to maintain it, that love will still burn, and it will burn as much as you continue to put effort and pray and never lose sight with God in your marriage and continue to just grow together. And I feel like that's the best way to keep it going and flaming.
Mm-hmm.
So, my mother-in-law, I love her to death. She says you can still show love without allowing them to destroy you again. Love from afar. And she also says, move with caution. I don't doubt my love, I doubt theirs. And she says, love is best expressed through action. And she goes on to say, except that although we are one, we are not the same. Come on, mama. You put some deep nuggets in the comments. Come on. And then she goes on and says, wives tend to express more in language, while men tend to express theirs in doing. That's
Mm-hmm.
good. And so we want to go on to the next question. It says, how were you able to define the type of love you needed at your lowest point?
Um, at my deepest, lowest point, I would say that the love never just left. Like I think it was more of me being hurt of what somebody said or what somebody done, but to be able to go back and just dig it up and say, hey, because I'm not even gonna lie, when I was at my lowest point, I was just like, look, I'm done. Ain't nobody gotta come find me. And I ain't gotta go find nobody else. It could just be me and my kids, and we can just love and go on about our little life. But to know I had the opportunity of reaching deep down, picking it back up, knowing that I was capable of still loving again. It was a decision. I can say I had to make a decision of, did I want to, or did I just want to say like I'm done? Because we do get to that point where we're done. We don't want to search for it. We don't want to look for it. We don't even want to be in that place no more. But I would say pick the ball back up, and to know that love, the way you should experience it, you will get it.
Okay, and so reading more of the comments, it says, love is not a feeling but an action because God loved us and He gave His love for us. The next question is, what type of love were you able to let go with ease? And so they talk about eros as sexual passion. I think philatia, deep friendship, ludus, playful love, agape, love for everyone, pragma, long-standing love, philasha, love of the self, storage, family love, and mania, obsessive love. So they went real deep. Thank you, Sister Ava, for the different types of love. So out of what I said, what types of love were you able to let go with ease?
Um, I was able to let go of sexual love,
Mhm.
like to know. And I know everybody like, oh, what sexual? Yes, I was able to let go, because even when you put yourself in a position of loving someone sexually, it take you to so many places, and it carries you to where your mind won't even be stable in. To let it go, like I was just like, look, honey, it's okay. It's okay. Just break it up. I know some people cannot, but that was the easiest thing for me. And I would say though, and if anybody want to know, the hardest thing is family love. That was the hardest. I had so many questions, because we think like family is family. Family don't supposed to do us wrong. We're supposed to stick together and come together and love one another like we supposed to. But that was the hardest. I can say, if that was a question, I just went on ahead and answer it.
Well, amen. And then we got a couple more comments I'm gonna read. So it's, and the misconception that could be because we're not married, because we're married, it'll work out automatically. And they say, and my mother-in-law, this is Cynthia Cleckley Darville, no, it takes effort on both parties. And then she says, like date night. And then Reverend Karen Moore says, you get out of marriage what you put into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mother-in-law says, love is beyond sex, because the day will come when sex isn't anymore. Mm-hmm. And so these are all good comments. We thank you for just being responsive. This is good. I really enjoyed this conversation. I enjoy people asking questions, and this is really full of questions. It's fully full of people like dropping their recommendations, their comments, their experiences, and we thank you for just being on here, just giving advice, being here. I want to give you a brief moment to share your final comments. If you want to promote your business, how can people purchase items from you?
So first, I want to thank you, Rochelle, for giving me the opportunity to talk about love is. As we know, we can go on and on and on about love, because love is deep. I want to thank everyone that joined, that came. If you guys would like to purchase anything, I do have a Facebook page, is Love by T. I also have a website. It's www.lovedbyt.com. You can purchase anything for that. Also, you can reach me on Messenger, on Instagram, Love by T as well. I do shirts, cups, flyers, obituaries, mouse pad, keychains. I customize and do a lot.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. I don't know if my it had froze for a little bit. So you were saying your website, and then you can give them some of the products that you sell again, so that they can get all this information, because I don't want you to leave from this opportunity without being able to do that.
Okay. My website is www.lovedbyt, just the letter T.com. I do t-shirts. I do mouse pad, keychains, sweaters, hoodies, cups, mugs, dog tags. I design flyers. I do obituaries. I'm creative in a lot of stuff. Even with decoration. I am a motivational speaker. And I am a mobile notary. So you guys can, all my information is there. My Facebook page is Love by T. If you need it, you can inbox me on my personal page, or if you want to order, you can just reach out to me like that as well. But I thank everyone for giving me the opportunity on love. I hope I bless someone today, and I want everyone to know that you have been loved.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to show you a sneak peek for next week. We have someone that's near and dear to my heart. Her name is Reverend Robin Burnett, and I want her to be able to come and minister and really show us what we need to do in the spirit, because her topic is enough is enough. So stay tuned. I'm going to just drop and share this sneak peek so you can hear a little bit of what she has to say and hear more about the interview. So stay tuned. Don't leave. I'm just going to share it really quick, and then you guys are free to go.
Sometimes we have to draw the line and draw the straw and say enough is enough. So join us as I introduce introduce to you Reverend Robert Burnett. She ain't nobody to play with.
Righteousness is equal and synonymous with justice. Where there is no justice, there is no righteousness.
Well, you heard her. Join us. Facebook Live, June 14th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Only on the Women's Empowerment Network.
Thank you so much. Stay tuned next week, same time, same place, with Reverend Robin Burnett. Thank you, Tequila, for sharing your story and just being vulnerable with us. We really appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for making this possible. Please share this interview. Bless you. Please hit the share button. Tag your friends, family, anybody that you feel like could really benefit from this. Thank you so much. See you next Friday, June 14th, same time, 5 p.m. Till next week. See you later.